I don't remember. It went. Hello? Hello?
Gentlemen, Pascal Siakam just got traded to the Indiana Pacers. All right, let's get into it. I got it pulled up over here on my screen. Breaking, the Indiana Pacers are finalizing a trade to acquire all-star forward Pascal Siakam in a deal that will send Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, and 3 first-round picks to the Toronto Raptors. New Orleans will also be a third team in the deal, sending Kyra Lewis to the Raptors. All right. Let's just take the trade at face value here, right? For Pascal, Bruce Brown. Yesterday we heard that they were in the talks. Bruce Brown was the guy. Okay? Jordan Nwora. I was thinking maybe like a Jalen Smith or like an Obi Toppin to throw into that deal to like sweeten the pot. But that's just not the case here. The fact that they got Siakam for Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, and 3 first-round picks is insane. And those picks, 3 first-round picks for a guy on an expiring deal. Let's take a look at these first-round picks, though. Indiana is sending 2 2024 first-rounders and a 2026 to the Raptors. New Orleans also sends a second-round pick to Indiana. Okay, makes sense. You're like, okay, that's 2 first-round picks in the same year and then a 2026 pick. Obviously, with the Stephen rule, you can't trade back-to-back picks. They couldn't trade the 2025, right? Let's look at these picks again. The 2024 first-round picks will be Indiana's own, which is fair. They're not going to be ass. So all right, that's fine. And the worst of Utah, Houston Clippers, and Oklahoma City is going to be the 2026 pick. That's a low-key a steal. Because when I saw the trade, I was like, holy shit, 3 first-round picks for Pascal Siakam on an expiring deal. That yesterday that we heard that he might not even re-sign back with the team, I was like, oh shit. And then this came out, and I was like, no wonder they did this trade. And then the 2024 pick is the second rounder that Pacers would get from New Orleans. This trade, phenomenal. You got Pascal and a second round pick. I mean, if this was like Kenny My League video, get another one, get his first round back. But that's just not the case, right? If that was the case, then the league would be in trouble and just be stacking up on seconds, right? Also, Evan Sittery, right? He is a contributor to Forbes Sports, previously on Basketball News and SB Nation, tweeted out at 3 o'clock, which for me it's 5:15. Indiana has serious confidence in Siakam re-signing on a long-term deal this offseason. That's massive. The fact that they possibly swayed him into, hey, come here with Tyrese and sign back on a guy who was, I don't know where I want to resign, if I want to do the extension in Toronto. Because reportedly that he was hurt last offseason, that the Raptors wanted to trade him. And then Siakam is also eager about the possibility of staying in Indiana past this season. My apologies. That's like Indiana is winning right now. They, even though Tyrese is hurt, like they are on top. Definitely a dark horse out of the East. Tyrese spoke with Siakam, helping him sway his decision to join Indiana. This isn't NCAA where you're going to get fined and taken away a recruit. Indiana originally tried to acquire Siakam and OG Anunoby, but were unable to pull it off. The fact that they could have had OG and Siakam would have been ridiculous. And obviously, I'm guessing in that deal, you probably would have had, obviously, sweeten the pot more, Bruce Brown, Jalen Smith, and Obi Toppin. If that, I don't know the money on that. Just take that at face value. Forget the money, right? And 3 first-round picks. Because let's not forget, the Knicks gave up no first-round picks for OG. So OG's price was low. Raptors are now in a full rebuild around Scotty Barnes as their new face of the franchise. I think for the Raptors, this was kind of a given that this is what they wanted to do. Just Siakam currently did not fit the timeline of Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett and Grady Dickey coming in from the draft, and now Kyra Lewis. It didn't fit, and can't blame him for that. It's a smart deal when you have a Scotty Barnes who is an all-star this year. The East is stacked. It's hard to pick all-stars. It's just smart for the Raptors to do it because of Tyrese rising stardom. Various players around the league are circling Indiana as a team they want to play on eventually. Holy shit. Tyrese, a guy who is having a breakout year this year. I think as basketball fans, we all knew Tyrese was good. The Kings were teetering back and forth on who they wanted to trade to Indiana for Sabonis. Was it going to be Fox or Tyrese? And obviously, both teams are green on that trade if you're talking stock terms. Because the Kings, they're doing great in the West. And now with Tyrese on the rise, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen this offseason if Pascal comes back. And I am fully expecting Pascal this offseason to go look at other teams. But he is eager on the possibility of staying in Indiana past this season. I think he comes back. And I bet if the Pacers are, hey, Pascal, I think we got this guy wanting to come here, how much do you want? That's team friendly so we can get another guy. And I also read earlier today that not adding in Buddy Hield, Obi Toppin, or Jalen Smith to this trade, the Pacers aren't done. They could still make a move before the trade deadline is over. Obviously, I'm not expecting them to make a move anytime soon. You just got Pascal, and I don't think any team's going to be, hey, take this guy, even though you just got Pascal to add to your championship contention, which they are, the dark horse in the East for me. It's just crazy. The Pacers are winning in the NBA right now. There's, like I said in my earlier video about the Pacers, they're the best team to watch. 7 seconds or less offense. It's crazy. The Pacers won this trade. I mean, Raptors are obviously winning, getting Bruce Brown, but they might want to move off him before the trade deadline's over. The Raptors moving forward, man, that drink, strong. Moving forward, the Raptors, realistically, I think they just tank, right? You traded the guy that was on the last guy on the roster or in the starting five that was on your championship team with Kawhi. Especially with Scotty Barnes on the rise to being now the face of the franchise, which is a great face of the franchise. I mean, I wouldn't want anyone else. I mean, he's all over TikTok of being a little weirdo and maybe just acting like a child, right? And he does his live streams. He's one of the people. He's one of us, a guy who's just a kid at heart, loves hoops. It's all that. But the Raptors, even though Grady Dickey, I haven't been really hip with the Raptors. I'm not really watching a lot of Raptors games, and I'm not going to lie and act like I have been. But just from seeing nothing really on social media, I'm not on Raptors Twitter, I don't think he's doing that well. And that's just from a casual standpoint. So tank this season. Tank. You can't take. You don't want to lose a second-round pick or a trade or a pick that you got from this trade. And just get a guy in this draft. Thank God G.G. Jackson reclassified, and now he's on the Grizzlies, obviously the youngest player in the league. He's my age. It's crazy. I'm sitting in a dorm room, and he's playing in the league. The Raptors, I bet they're like, God damn it, G.G. should have stayed, and he would have been the number one pick in this draft. Now that they have not one of the worst rosters, but they're going to be like, hey, guys, let's just take the L's, get high draft picks, and let's just do this thing. The Raptors have a great future ahead, especially with R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and Bruce Brown's on the trade block now. I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing he is from everything we've heard. And now Scotty Barnes. The Raptors, if I was a Raptors fan, I'd be happy with this trade and everything that is going to happen to us in the future. Gentlemen, Pascal Siakam is now an Indiana Pacer.